morning, DBS. How are you guys? It's a beautiful day, don't? Well, it's always a beautiful day when you wake up and you realize you've been given that awesome gift of life. So I hope that's how you approach life. That's how I approach it. Let's go on over to Kendall. We need to know what's happening around us, and we'll be back in a bit.
Good morning. No foul play was involved in the death of 6-year-old Nikki Polio, according to the autopsy results. The 6-year-old was discovered in a pond at Monkeytown, Cicero last week, Wednesday, one day after being reported missing. Autopsy results revealed that Polio died as a result of drowning.
Well, the autopsy tell me like he just ate some food and he had food in his stomach, and he drank a lot of water. That's the water, just food and water in his stomach. So that's what that killed him. No foul play, nobody. I cannot blame nobody. That's what the autopsy tells me.
The 6-year-old, who was a student of the Cicero RC Combined Primary School, was reported missing on the night of Tuesday, 10th September. His body was discovered by a diver at that pond in Monkeytown, Cicero, the following day, Wednesday, 11th September. The German embassy, in partnership with the Climate Analytics, hosted a discussion on Tuesday focusing on loss and damage and the toll of the climate crisis on the Caribbean. The German-Caribbean climate talks brought together dignitaries, experts and stakeholders who underscored the need for climate financing and urgent climate action.
For more than 30 years, ours has been a voice of advocacy, and as the dust settles on the key milestone from cumulative efforts over a period of 30 years, we must ask ourselves, what happens next? Are we as a nation, as a small island developing state, prepared to access these funds? I can answer on behalf of all St. Lucians and by extension the Caribbean and say yes. The upcoming COP29 in Azerbaijan, aptly dubbed the Finance COP, will bring the issue of implementation and tangible climate action into sharp focus. As SEEDS responding to climate challenges necessitates support from developed country partners to preserve our communities and our way of life.
Tuesday's event underscored the importance of cooperation between Germany and the Caribbean region to address the pressing challenges posed by climate change. Climate envoy for the Caribbean and German ambassador Dr. Christoph Eck noted that Germany has been an early advocate for the Loss and Damage Fund and has committed over $100 million to that fund. The minimum wage should not be used as a punishment, so says Labour Commissioner Joseph. Penalties for business owners who do not comply include a $10,000 fine and or 6 months imprisonment.
We do not have control over what companies will do or can do. Layoff is accepted in law if the conditions exist for layoff, okay? That is generally, a case of, work is slow, you are not able to keep the person, and there's a time period for that. We do not encourage companies to use layoff or redundancy in response to the minimum wage. The minimum wage is a blessing to our people, those at the lower end of the scale.
Businesses facing challenges with adhering to the new measure can get assistance from the Labour Department. In other news, access to credit and finance is set to improve for citizens and residents of St. Lucia and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. That's according to the Governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, Timothy Antoine. The ECCB later this month will launch its Credit Bureau, which will oversee credit reporting within the sub-region. St. Lucia has already begun enforcing the credit reporting legislation and will soon be able to participate.
Now, this bill consists of many advantages to consumers and offers a level of protection for them. These advantages include: 1. Permits a borrower to negotiate a partial or total wipe-off of his debts. 2. Establishes a low-cost, out-of-court restructuring process whereby borrowers can work with their creditors to negotiate a mutually beneficial solution. 3. Gives borrowers the power to stop creditors from pursuing them. 4. Permits borrowers to stop the sale of consumers' assets while they resolve their debt payments. It allows for protection of the primary residence of a debtor, where a certain amount of a debtor's equity in their primary residence is exempt from creditors.
Antigua and Barbuda will this week be the first jurisdiction within the Eastern Caribbean to introduce credit reporting in their jurisdiction. St. Lucia, as I said, is expected to follow in short order. These are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Thank you, Kendall. Let's take a break and come right back. We spent some time at the Finance Administrative Center yesterday, actually, and we caught up with the PS because a program that they started over at the Ministry of Commerce, has come to graduation time. And I mean, it's definitely exciting times for the students involved, the commerce industry involved, the companies who have come on board to support this initiative. And you know what? We just had to have that sit down with Sophia to grasp a bit of her excitement, as you will very well imagine she should be. Well, I don't know if you remember, but we were here some time ago. So I can't even do the time frame on it. I think Sophia here is going to, help us with the time frame. But we were here when this initiative was kicked off some time ago, where the Ministry of Commerce was on a mission to pair young entrepreneurs and skilled personnel with businesses. I mean, tangible things to get tangible results. And I remember at the time I thought this was exciting, but after I left, I thought, I felt, well, okay, it felt final to me. But to be able to come back now at the ending and to have an actual follow-up where the program has went through, I feel complete. So I am very honored to be here. Sophia, thank you. And we are excited.
Well, I'm excited too. The Ministry of Commerce is very excited. This is not one of our traditional programs. We started off 2 years ago as a project, a pilot, with just 40 students. And recognizing that, hey, if we have persons with that entrepreneurial spirit very early, then we will have that culture, entrepreneurial culture, and it will make it easier for the Ministry of Commerce. So we embarked on this project, and we started off with only 40 students per year. Students from 4 and 5 from secondary schools across the island. And we worked with small businesses. So it was like a two-way beneficial relationship, a mutually beneficial relationship, because the businesses upon the summertime, most of the employees proceed on vacation and they need the additional human resources. So we saw that as an ideal opportunity, and the students on vacation during that time, some of them idle at home. So what we try to do is to pair them, look for those with the particular skill sets required by the businesses, and also that they can benefit from the knowledge and skills transfer. So this is what this program is essentially about. Right. So we have some interested in, some of them who want to be seamstresses. So we got them to pair them with, very experienced seamstresses, even barbers. And we were getting the reports, and I was just getting more excited as the program, the program continued, etc. Because even the barbers, when I got the report that the students were actually cutting hair, the general public allowed them to cut their hair. Awesome. I'm like, wow, because that is important. That level of that reception, that's important, because they need to learn. Absolutely. And that's how they start off. So this is what this program is essentially about: knowledge transfer, skills transfer, so that our young people will appreciate what is needed, what is required when they graduate and they're ready to start off their business. Some of them have already started. Yes. There are some students who are in Form 4 and 5, and they have businesses that are doing very well. So it's just to further equip them so that they can enhance their business and grow their business, for them to learn those very important principles required for successful business. Wonderful. So here we are now. It's graduation day for some of them. So this must be exciting. Yes. And you, of course, being the spearheading force within that department, today, what is the emotion? Well, it's like, it was I cannot tell you it was easy, getting the students on board, working with the schools, the principals. My team had a task at hand, right? But they did it. I helped them. I held their hand, and that they don't give up because we started with 40, and we were able to get funds this year for 100, so it more than double. So you could just imagine the magnitude of the task, starting off with 40, and then coordinating it with the schools and the students, then with the parents and the employers. So it was a lot of work over the last few months. Getting this thing executed, this program executed. So today we are here to celebrate. We have reasons to celebrate today. So it's a very exciting time for us. It's good to see the students. We are always very hopeful when we see these young minds. These are the innovators.
Getting so eager about things of that sort.
Yes,
I know.
yes. They will shape our future.
Absolutely.
They will transform. They will make that transformative change that we need in every sphere. So it's a very exciting moment for us, the Ministry of Commerce, and we are here to say thank you to all the entrepreneurs who took them in and who nurtured them, and we are also thankful to the parents who supported them. Yes.
Absolutely. What does that mean now from a Ministry of Commerce standpoint moving forward?
Okay, so moving forward, we'll continue to work with them. Those with businesses currently, we will lend the support for them to formalize these businesses, to assist them with the registration of the business name, because you need to formalize in order for you to expand. So we will continue to work with them. If they need any support to develop a business plan, we will assist them with that. We generally offer training in areas of financial management, customer service. So we will offer these services to them. And we are also receiving reports from the businesses so that we can assess the gaps.
Right.
And that is very important. Very often the businesses would say to us, they do not have the skill set. So we have been assessing that gap. And that's why we are trying to identify the skill sets in the students very early and to nurture it so that we can have, a group of, skills that our businesses can utilize moving forward.
That would make perfect sense, wouldn't
Yes.
it? And then finally, this year, you have to start, you continue the program. It's an ongoing program.
Well, we are hoping that it will be funded in the ensuing financial year because it is really a successful project. So we'll have to present our report to the Department of Finance, and of course, with the support of our minister. I can see that we will receive the support needed so that we can continue. Because under this project, the government of St. Lucia primarily funds it. So we'd pay the students a stipend of $1,000, and we only request a contribution of $100 from the businesses. So the students get in total $1,100, $300 to assist them with transportation, and $800, of course, so that they can treat themselves.
Well, I commend the program, and I'm so happy. I think I'm more elated than you will swear it's my program, because to see it come to fruition and to reach to a point now where you actually can experience a graduation where the students can now come back and bask in their glory of what they applied themselves to is really wonderful. So commendation to you, and we pray that the funding will continue, because these are the things that we need for growth as a people. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you. One of the graduates is from the South, from Miko to be exact. His name is Linus. We had a little chat with him. We're here with this young man, Linus Silius.
Yeah.
I get it right, right? Where you from?
Dugamiko.
You're from Miku?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, boy, Miku people. I had to come to a Lime Dog Day recently, but don't worry, we'll talk about that in the future. Linus, tell me about yourself. You are aligned to the St. Lucia TVET institution, the School of Innovation and Technology. Now, that's the one based in PI, right?
No,
No, where's that?
Angers.
In Angers.
Yeah.
Right. Now, tell me about your journey and why it is you intended to get involved. I wanted to do that because we're hearing a lot more about the technical institutions and the vocational training and what it means for, our development as a people. Now, you may not know that, I telling you now, I full 100 for this. Well, I endorsed that full 100, right? I think we need to go there. We needed to go there a long time ago. So, as a young man, getting involved in that program, tell me the thought process, why you chose, how did you end up there, and you're going to tell me what the journey has been like for you now.
Basically, it's not like to say I choose there. When I started in 2020, it was like, okay, I was in Urge Secondary School. We had a different uniform. So
Right.
up to, they told us about the school was changing, but I was somebody who was never to say, during my time, it will not change. So when I reached in Form 4, I finished Form 4, I saw that we had to go for a uniform. So I said, okay, well, it's changed at least. At last, I stopped hating, it's changed, but at least something changed.
Yeah.
But you see, like to say, well, it's a good thing for the children that's coming up. It's a good thing for them that they grow in, so they'll get a trade. So in that way, they will get they will be on their own. They can at least do something for themselves. So you see, we will not have those that's begging on the streets, but we'll have actually trained with skills growing up, and they can do something for themselves, make the country a better place, not the crime, the violence, and them things. They will not waste their time or think about doing that because they will get themselves so busy doing something that's useful with it. So I'll not say it's something that's not making sense, but now I see now it's something to give the children basically a better understanding of a trade thing. I was thinking of that, like during a time. It's a good thing for children to like that slow. It's a good thing. Children that are not to say good in the books and them things, they good with more with their hands.
Right.
So it's
And that
good.
doesn't make them slow, eh? Let me
No,
just
it doesn't
say,
make them
doesn't make
slow.
them slow. And I think
No,
that's
that-
what we need to do. And now me and you vibing, we vibing because I'm trying to get people to understand that we have this the myth
No.
that we've been taught. No, that's not.
No,
it's
it's
not
not to
far
say.
that you say that
Okay,
because
okay.
that's not just you. A lot of people say this because that's how we've been programmed to think that if somebody is leaning more towards a skill set, that it means that they are dumb or that they're, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
That's
get
how
what
we
you're
were
saying.
taught. But you now in the program, you understand that
Yeah,
that's not the case at all. Because
that's
let me
not
tell
the
you,
case.
our skills, men and women, are coming out and being more successful. Let's be real here with the
Yeah, but
conversation.
Now you see, with the certificate they will be getting, they can have at least a paper, something to show that, okay, I'm good with that skill. So it's something good because
Yes, man.
now we need papers. Just now we'll need papers to drive trucks on the road.
Right.
You see, because there's so many jobs like before you not need a paper, but now you need something to show at least I can do that.
I'm qualified.
Yeah, you
Yes.
qualified for this thing.
Right.
But it's to say not to say challenging thing to say we those without papers, right? It's not to say they cannot do the work. Some of them
Yes.
they have the skill, they have the more
Or they could do better than me,
understanding.
and I have the
Yeah,
paper.
and you have the paper. Well, then you get me, you get me, you get
All
me.
right.
But it's something that the children, like you will not get the children roaming, or they will be sitting on a block smoking or
Right.
drinking, but they will get something to do to gain an income. So if they don't get like to say the CXs and anything, but at least they have something to say. Okay, I have a skill. They have approval that they can do it. They good at it.
Right. And it's
So-
something they like and they're passionate about
Yeah,
and they want to
because
do.
if you don't love something, right? If you don't love something, how can you profit or gain a benefit from it? So it's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good
right.
thing.
And you, what you doing? What you doing at the program? What is good?
Well, basically, I'm not part of the program
Oh,
because
no,
of
because you're on
I'm
your way
Form 5.
out.
Yeah, I'm on my way out.
Sure, you missed the thing, guys.
Yeah, well, I'm on my way
Wonderful,
out.
you missed it. So,
Yeah.
like you said, you're excited for
Yeah,
the
I'll
ones
go-
coming up.
I'm happy for those that's coming. So at least they will get something. They will have a
Right.
paper to show. Yeah, it's
It's a good
something
thing.
that's
Wonderful.
wonderful,
But
you
you,
know.
you here today at the graduation of the small business
Yeah.
thing. What is you doing? You graduating? What did you do? Who were you aligned to? You were aligned to a company.
Yeah, I was aligned to a company, Caribbean Grains. I was a batcher.
Aye.
Yeah, it's the person who's operating that's the panels to make the feed, to mix the feed. Yeah, it was a good thing. Like get people, there were people to help me, there was people to encourage me. There were people for everything. I like what I needed. So there was people like we have jokes, we have fun. They were there to encourage me to say, okay, Gasa, you know you can do that. Because with in me, right, I was not thinking of that big thing there. How could I? At first sight, I was saying, wow, that was something I cannot handle my own.
Right.
But like after a few weeks after 1 week of training, I got better understanding. I could have used it my own. There was my another friend which was there with me. He was there. Imagine we became friends at the same place, and now we're friends up to now.
All you might go into business together, who knows? But
Life-
congratulations, you're graduating today on
Yeah.
your team. And the best in the future, man.
Yeah,
You
thanks.
plan to stay in the field, the one you just trained in?
Well, basically, not really, but you don't know how life will end up.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I like how you're thinking.
You know, knowing how life will, because life is a journey. You know, it's not.
Absolutely.
Yesterday was a history. Today is a adventure. A miss. For you to find something, there's something you have to find in a day. Because a day will not just go by, and you're not out of curiosity. Like children, they will get something. They will get something they will like or they will achieve. Because we get new things as we grow. We learn every day. That's something. Yeah,
Life
really.
is a learning process.
Yeah.
I like this youth, you know. All right, we want to wish you all the best, Linus.
Thanks.
And congratulations
Yeah.
on your graduation. Absolutely. And we have made a commitment, you know, you normally find them in all one place because they intertwined, because they all lend to each other, but it's always independent conversation when you fall upon representatives from the different bodies. And the Y.E.A, of course, Y.E.A, that's been doing so much, the youth economy, we're hearing so much about it, and Crystal is always on hand, ready to flourish us with information concerning where they are going, where they're coming from, and, you know, where they're at presently. So here's Crystal. She told us about something exciting that is coming up. Well, it's always an opportune time when we catch up with this beautiful young lady here. Crystal is of course, Crystal Revere, proper things, is the Chief Operations Officer at Y.E.A. And boy, has he been moving. A
It has
lot has been
moving.
happening.
A lot. And we met up last time randomly
Yeah.
in Ancillary in March when we kicked off our island outreach. And I'm happy to say that we have done a lot of communities, particularly in the south of the island. We plan on doing Denry next, so then we can look out for that soon. We have done Miku, we've done Deriso, Choiseul, Labrie, Viewfort. I mean, the list goes on. We've been doing a lot of things.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and of course we have things. We have things coming up, more exciting things to get young people to think outside of the box. We have found that at the Youth Economy Agency, a lot of the young people who are coming in with ideas are coming in food and beverage, beauty and cosmetology, and they have fantastic ideas, fantastic businesses that are presently working out for them. But we want to be able to encourage other young entrepreneurs who are thinking of getting into business to be able to explore things that are outside of the box.
Yeah. Open up the field a bit.
Exactly.
Right.
And we keep hearing about tech and AI and some very exciting things young people are doing across the globe. But we know right here in St. Lucia, we have brilliant young people. And so we are starting a series tomorrow, God willing, that is with Dr. Didicus Jules called The Next Big Thing. And we plan on having it till the end of the year, once per month. So that will be 3 speakers you don't want to miss out. For us to explore what is the next big thing. What should you dedicate your energy, your money? Because as a young person, you don't have a whole lot of it. So if you're going to be investing your money and your time, what should you invest it in? And so we want to explore that. We also will be ending the year with our Youth Investment Forum. And if you missed it last year, you missed out a very fantastic, very exciting day of passion and inspiration and motivation. And you can do it for young people. And so we're going to be having that again on the 12th of December. We presently have bookkeeping training. I mean, I could talk for a lot. So you'll have to tell me when to stop.
That is fine, keeping abreast with what's going on. Because remember, when this kicked off, you guys gave us a commitment that you're here for the long haul. So it
Exactly.
is very important for us to see that you're putting your money where your mouth is.
We definitely
So go
are.
on.
We definitely are. We presently have bookkeeping training. And the idea of the bookkeeping training came out of the fact that a lot of the young people who are coming in, and we ask them, so what's your cash flow? What does it look like for a week and for a month and for the last 6 months? And they can't answer that question and realize that a lot of our young people don't keep their own books, their own records. What are they actually dedicating their time and energy into their business to ensure that they're actually making money and to know whether or not revenue equals profit? Not every bit of money that comes into the business is for you to go and spill. You actually have to reinvest in your business. And so we're doing a bookkeeping training program right now in Viewfort and in Castries to be able to capture, people from the north and people from the south to ensure that our young people understand bookkeeping and they learn how to keep their own books so that they will be able to bring to an accountant at the end of each financial year to make sure that they're paying the government taxes and also, more importantly, for them to be able to take loans and for them to make big money moves as individuals as they advance in their entrepreneurial journey.
Right.
So we're doing lots.
Right
of
now,
things.
Crystal, I want to segue a little bit. Well, not segue in terms of I want to go down personally because I know how passionate you've been about this program and this drive, this mission. Now, being into the program, seeing all of these things come into fruition, being able to impact positively on so many young entrepreneurs, seeing and in return the St. Lucia fabric, because this all now resonate back into the communities and into the nation. How from your standpoint, from the Y.E.A standpoint, from the administrative standpoint of Y.E.A, watching the numbers, seeing the results, how hopeful? I mean, give us from that standpoint, because we might be on the outside, we might think we know what's happening, but you are there on the hand and you're seeing all of the impacts that this is having. Give us an insight from that perspective.
I've said this before, and when I said it back then, I had it as a theoretical thought, but now it is turning out to be something very practical, realistic, tangible. To build an economy in St. Lucia based on the creativity, energy, and tenacity of young people, that is brilliant. Because young people are the ones who are going to take the risks. They're not like me and you that we're thinking about the mortgage. We're thinking about the children that we have to feed. We're counting each penny. There's certain risks that we're not going to take. But I'm positively sure Marine, 20-year-old Marine would have taken some risks.
Hello.
Okay.
Take me back and watch me.
Right. And if 20-year-old Marine had the financial backing of and the training of an agency like Youth Economy to be able to help Marine realize those dreams, you'd have been a millionaire,
I'm talking to
auntie.
you now. You'd have make an appointment to see me,
For me to say your name, like your security guard would be standing like... You understand what I mean?
Yes, yes.
And so from where we sit in the agency, in the administrative arm of the agency, we see that young people are bold. They have a vision. They have passion. And all they need is a little bit of money, of course, and people to stand behind them to tell them, okay, you can do it. And here are some experts to help you tailor and fine tune to make you great.
Oh my God, this is remarkable. This is absolutely remarkable. So there's where we are. So briefly again, run through where we headed next. That program you spoke about.
The
what's
next big thing? Yes.
Yeah.
Because we hear that young people have fantastic ideas, and then we see so many young people in the same sector. For example, food and beverage is huge. We have so many people, and when I say beauty and cosmetology, I just want to be able to clarify that it's not just people who want to put on makeup and want to do hair. There are young people who are presently taking the fruit of our soil and creating beauty products right now in St. Lucia. So we want to be able to now tell young people, think now outside of the box and let us see what is the next big thing. What are the things that Elon Musk pursuing that you too can pursue for you to become a millionaire, but not also a millionaire, but for you to create a future for yourself, for St. Lucians, for other young people that will take us beyond. I mean, Julian Alfred has done something for us where we're now being Googled. Like, the people aren't coming across St. Lucia, they're looking for St. Lucia. So, what is the next big thing? And the next big thing could be sports. The next big thing could be something in the blue economy, because we are an island floated in the Caribbean Sea. There are so many ideas that we have not tapped into. Look at how we've been. I grew up believing don't touch marijuana, don't go anywhere near marijuana, and now we have entire states that are thriving on the marijuana industry. What is the next big thing? Right. And so that is the kind of conversation that we want to have. We don't want to tell young people what to do, because young people don't want to be told.
They have their own ideas.
They have their own ideas. We just want to be able to drop nuggets. And they will take it and run with it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Right. Crystal, always a pleasure, like I said, catching up.
Same here.
Of course, for persons who might be under a rock somewhere and don't know that this is happening, where can they follow everything Y.E.A as well?
So we're on social media, and I know that a lot of people are on social media because you all showed out on the Blue app for Julian Alfred. So you can follow Youth Economy on Facebook, on Instagram. We're on Twitter. Twitter is no more. We're on X. We're on TikTok. We're on LinkedIn. But also we have www.youtheconomy.lc. That is our website. You can tap into us there. And the series, The Next Big Thing, is virtual. So you don't even have to make your way from wherever you are. We're going to be posting the link tomorrow, God willing. You can tap in virtually. You can put in your questions virtually so that they will be answered by the presenter.
Wonderful. Thank you again.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity again,
always,
Maureen.
Always. It's our responsibility.
And once again, I am inviting you all, come on into the agency. Come see what we do.
We will. We'll take a tour.
Yes.
Soon. And that is our show for today. Again, another exciting, packed day on the morning to get you up and started on the right frame of mind. Now, I hope you're inspired and you're ready to go on out and face whatever the day has to offer. And remember, you are personally responsible for making contribution to the development of yourself and the environment in which you exist. Now, you need to take this seriously. Go on out and be a good person and a good citizen today. Have an awesome day.